All right, so we combined the two halves. We welded the vertices in the middle, and now we're ready to combine the shelves and then stacking the shelves inside of a 1-to-1 UV coordinate. And we're not going to weld everything together. What we're going to do is we're going to weld the face, and then we're going to weld the front of the torso and then the back of the torso, and the hands and arms and the feet and the legs, we're going to leave them separately. Once we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to use the Polygons layout menu. And remember, this is the layout UV options that we use to pack everything in a 1-to-1 UV coordinate. And because we select world and for scale we have uniform, what Maya will do is that it will scale everything proportionally based on the world coordinates for this object. And then the head, the arms, and the torso and the legs will be resized according to the world space. So let's do this real quick. And again, we have a video fully dedicated to the move and sew, but you will see that this is the same concept. So what we need to do is we need to select the edges that are shared by the two shelves, right? So all you have to do is do a click and drag on one of the halves, and you will notice that the other half will get the same edges selected. The reason why I do a click and drag is because I could always do the click and then shift double click, but sometimes as here, instead of going straight from the top to the bottom, Maya went all the way around, and I don't want that. So I'd rather do a click and drag. And I'm not worried about the inside edges, because if you notice, the inside edges of the opposite side have not been selected. These edges right here are all sewed. So the move and sew algorithm will not work on the inside UVs. It's only going to move and sew the edges that they share. Again, the move and sew is found right below the texture menu inside of your UV editor, and is the bottom right hand side tool right here, move and sew the selected edges. And as soon as I do that, notice that one side moved and it sewed to the other side. Again, we're going to do the same thing for the front of our torso. And if I hit 5 on the perspective view and hit F to find, notice that this is the front of the torso. Again, we're going to do a move and sew, and I'm not worried about these edges right here. And there it is. Then we're going to go to the back. I'm going to select these edges right here. Make sure that I don't select any outer edge UVs, because then it will move them and sew them to either the front of the torso or even the legs or the arms. Okay, so I just want the inner edges right here, and I'm going to hit F, turn around. And yes, those are the ones that we want. Move and sew. And that's it. We've moved and sew everything that we wanted. Now, it looks like we did not get any distortion when we moved. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this shell right here. And for the unfold, we can use the unfold button right here. It's found right underneath the UV sets menu. And our second option is to go to the polygons menu, to unfold, and go to the option box. For the map size for our 1-to-1 UV coordinate, I'm going to select a 2K map, 2048 pixels by 2048 pixels. Iteration has to do with how many times you want this unfold algorithm to be executed. I like to select between 2 and 5. In this case, I'm going to leave it at 2. And when I applied this algorithm, notice that because I have pack, Maya is going to unfold this UV right here, but is going to pack everything else in the 1-to-1 UV coordinate. Let me hit apply and close. You will notice that the head has shrunken, the arms have shrunken, and same thing for the torso, and the legs got bigger. That is because if I go to 6 right here, or click on this button right here to show me the texture, notice that the UVs are now all proportional. If I zoom in, right, these squares right here are the same size as this square right here. And again, you don't have to be married to what Maya gives you. You can always modify the packing of your UV shelves. If I hit undo, select my shelves, then go to polygons and go to layout. And I'm going to hit layout UVs, and notice that layout UVs gives us the same thing that the packing did for the unfold tool, but it laid them out nice and neatly. And this is how you move and sew UV shells for a object in Maya, and how you pack them in the 1-to-1 UV coordinate.